Hey, buddy, how you doing? Did you finish watching Obi-Wan Kenobi yet? Have you watched it? I have mixed feelings. It's not the worst show that ever existed. There's like some stuff I want to like, but ultimately it did kind of fall flat. I feel like it lacked the kind of writing that I want from a Star Wars project. I want it to feel epic. I want every line to have this kind of Shakespearean weight to it. And instead, it felt kind of cheap, thrown together, trite. The lines did not resonate, and some of the actors and actresses did not deliver the lines with the kind of intensity I was hoping for. One of those characters, of course, being Reva. Now, there's been people on the internet. Some people have been very mean to this actress. There's no reason for that. This Moses Ingram, I think she was unsuited for the role. And more than that, I think the role was just incorrectly written. I think she should have been more of a stoic badass, quiet, very calculating about her intentions and whatever else, but instead was kind of this cartoonish evil, chopping off people's hands and going, I'm gonna get you, blah, 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 which didn't fit in with what we eventually learned about her character. Spoilers, she's kind of like a good guy, or like, a gray Jedi, kind of good, kind of bad. And that characterization where she goes and she's, hunting Jedi and chopping off people's hands, well, you can't, how do you redeem that character? But the interesting thing is that Disney clearly does want to redeem that character and seems to have had big plans for Reva. We've already seen people talking about that there's rumors that there's going to be a Reva Star Wars spin-off show. Let me see if I can bring that up really quickly here. And we also learned that originally Obi-Wan Kenobi was going to kill off her character. So it's kind of like Disney didn't really know what they were doing. They took a character who originally was supposed to die in the original script, and they said, well, no, because then, we should be building new Star Wars characters. She could be a whole thing. And as I've said in other videos on my channel, which you can go watch, I said this was a bad plan from Disney. I think it's fine to leave her alive. It's comical to have her get stabbed in the stomach and she survives it without any explanation, but okay. But I don't think you should be planning spin-off shows. I don't think you should be planning for characters to be marquee characters until the fans, have shown that they truly, love them. With a TV show, you think of all the great TV spin-offs of all time. Frasier, they didn't start writing Cheers saying, we're definitely going to make Frasier into his own character. It just kind of happened that people loved that character, and he got his own TV show. It's happened plenty of times. You're not supposed to go into it planning huge things for these characters, because what happens if people don't like the character? And that's what happened with Reva. We didn't like the character. But clearly, Star Wars got so far ahead of themselves, and they said, everyone is going to love Reva. She's going to be the greatest character. Everyone's going to fall in love with this, frankly, one-note Jedi. She's not even a complex character. She's just evil, but evil for a reason, whatever. We have that they were planning this lightsaber toy for her. Now, this is a little convoluted for those of you who don't know HasLab, but let me explain HasLab to you. So HasLab is basically Kickstarter for Hasbro. Hasbro wanted to do Kickstarters, crowdfunding, but they said, well, why would we give any of our money to Kickstarter when we can just start our own site and fund the toys? We're a big enough brand that we can do that. And it has worked with mixed results. They've done these big crowdfunding campaigns. One that was super interesting, and I forget how much they raised. I think they were trying to raise like $1 million for this gigantic Cybertron Unicron. It was going to be a $600 transformer, the size of a planet. It's bigger than any other transformer. $600 times a total of 10,000 backers. So that's what? Is that $6 million there? I'm not going to do the math, but that's a lot of money. Let's see, because if it was $6, they would have made 60,000. If it was 60, they would have made 6,000. That's $6 million. About, taxes, shipping, production, sure. But still, this has worked out very well for them. And Hasbro famously has the Star Wars license, so we've seen those Star Wars toys as well. I wish I could afford stuff like this. The $500 Jabba's sail barge, that was 5,000 backers. This is a giant play set to put all your Star Wars figures in. I wish I had a house with a lot of room and a lot of money. I'd probably buy some Star Wars figures. Another one that worked out was the Razor Crest, the ship from The Mandalorian. That one was crazy. I don't know how they got so many backers. 28,000 backers at $350 for a spaceship is a lot of money, but that was a huge success. That being said, it's not always a success, okay? Some of these campaigns, even though they are very fancy and they put a lot of work into them, do fail. The Rancor figure, I thought this would have been a slam dunk. $350 for the Rancor. They could not reach 9,000 backers. That failed. I guess the problem with the Rancor is, well, it's one figure, you know? If you got it to certain backings, you were going to get these little bonus figures as well. But do you really want to spend $350 on one Rancor? Or would you rather buy, I think the vehicles are more exciting for people, the sail barge and whatever else. Okay, so, but now you see, and the important thing to take away is that Hasbro not only knows how to market these things, but that Star Wars fans have money in their pocket. 28,000 backers at $358, 5,000 plus backers at $500. Star Wars fans have deep pockets, which is why it's clear that this particular campaign that we're going to look at is this is embarrassing and kind of speaks to how much people don't seem to love the Star Wars show. How did I lose my tab? Where's my tab? Go back to the HasLab. Come on. All right. Now I got to type it in. I lost the thing. HasLab. There it is. I'm not editing this video. I'm tired of the editing. All right. Star Wars Black Series Reva, also known as the third sister, Force FX Elite Lightsaber. Now, maybe you're already reading the numbers, and that's going to give it away. But let's try to bury the lead here. So, I will say this. I mean, I guess Reva's lightsaber was kind of interesting. It's a double-bladed lightsaber within a ring, which allows her to spin it in an interesting way. And I think it can be broken apart. Vader obviously broke it apart himself, but I don't know if she's able to break it into two sabers herself. Maybe I should have paid closer attention to the show. I'll say that, though. One thing about the show, yeah, see, you can break it in these two half moons. This is actually a very cool lightsaber design, I must admit. I think this is a very cool design. The problem was the show didn't really show it off very well. I can't remember. I honestly thought in the finale that we were going to get a Vader versus Reva fight to maybe show off this lightsaber a little better. But really, the most we saw out of it was her versus Vader, and Vader immediately snapped it in half. Maybe it would have been more exciting for people to see her doing cool spinny lightsaber stuff. Regardless, I mean, this is cool. I feel kind of bad. I mean, the toy designers clearly put some time into getting this thing to look nice. But as we can see, this campaign started, I think they do 30-day campaigns, so it must have been 20 days ago, or maybe it was when the show premiered, saying we need 5,000 people to commit to $500. Okay, well, $500. Lordy. Okay, they needed 5,000 people to commit to $500 to buy Reva's lightsaber. And the only way that was going to happen is if Reva was the greatest character of all time. And clearly, she's not. People do not love Reva. So, for those of you who know Kickstarter and crowdfunding type campaigns, if you got 10 days left and you got more than half of your goal, this campaign's in the trash. It will not get made. And I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I feel like Reva had such potential. I mean, here, even looking at this little promo video they have here that shows, you know, the cool double-sided lightsaber, like a Darth Maul type thing. There was a lot of potential there, but her character was just so cartoonish to me. Not even evil in an interesting way. I don't know why Star Wars has forgotten how to write great villains. Great villains are not supposed to go, I'm so evil. Look at how evil I am. They're supposed to be quiet, understated, calculating, cunning, intelligent. Whereas Reva was kind of like, you know, the classic villain's sidekick, impulsive, goes too far, constantly learns her limit. I don't know. There was nothing impressive about Reva. Yeah, there. I mean, it looks cool what she's doing with it, but ultimately, this character, if they had made her a little less bombastic, I think if Reva had been a character that, again, was kind of quietly hunting Jedi and was like, I'm looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi. He will die at the end of my blade. Not, I'm cutting off your hand. Tell me where the Jedi are. I hate Jedi. Blah, blah, blah. So this is an embarrassment for Star Wars. I don't think it's an embarrassment for Hasbro, because Hasbro, I don't know if they get to see the whole show ahead of time or whatever else, but they're basically just there making the toys. And I think Disney probably told them, we got a new big character, Reva. She's going to be incredible. You guys got to get ready. You got to build this whole brand new lightsaber for her. And they're like, okay, if you say so. And I don't know. It just seems the fact that they had, for an untested character, a $500 lightsaber ready to go as part of their Kickstarter. Remember, this is not just a product put out that they were like, the fans are going to love Reva. There's going to be 5,000 of them beating down our door to pay $500 for a lightsaber. This kind of goes to show that Disney got way ahead of themselves with Reva. They really thought everybody was going to love this character. I don't get it. I don't know why they thought that. You could watch from the very first episode, you're like, oh, she's kind of a dick. I don't like her at all. So, where do we go from here? Is Reva still going to get a TV show? If we've learned anything from Disney, it's that they do not really listen to the fans when they probably should. Once they have an idea in their head, they go, well, we're going to do it, and we're going to force you to like it. So it's very possible they're going to try and force us to like Reva. I think her character, I mean, you could potentially make her into an interesting character, but at this point, she's gotten such a bad start. She's so unlikable to begin with that I don't know what they're going to do. But guys, let me know what you think. Did Disney count their chickens before they hatched? Why did they think they had such a huge hit with Reva? That they've started planning toy lines and spin-off shows and everything else. Why didn't they just wait to see how the fans reacted? Lucasfilm always is trying to jump one step ahead, and they think they know better than anyone else. And half the time we go, guys, we don't like it. We don't like it. I don't know why you thought we would like it. So let me know what you think about this whole situation with Reva, what you think should happen with her character. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, and please, I'm putting together the mailing list for my own crowdfunding campaign for my comic book, Super Killer. That's going to be my chance to make my own little story, and I really hope you guys will check it out. So head on over to superkiller.org, get your name on the mailing list, and that way you'll know when that crowdfunding campaign goes live. Peace and love. Take care of yourselves, guys. It's a cool-looking lightsaber, but $500? I can't do it. No way.